Hey guys, welcome back. We're just doing a quick little video today comparing the short and long configurations of the Northreach manufacturing suppressors side by side, just to kind of give you an idea of what each configuration is going to be a little bit best for if you're in the market for a suppressor wanting to know if you want the long one or the short one. So hopefully this kind of helps you out and gives you a better idea of which one's going to work better for you. So let's get into it a little bit. You can stop it right there. These are the full size 30 and then the 30K. The full size is 7.5 inches long. The K is 5.5. Basically, really the only difference between these two is that you have forward baffles more with the long one than you do the K can, and that's going to change kind of the characteristics of how they perform. So we're going to do a little bit of shooting on a couple of different guns and give you kind of an idea of how they sound, and hopefully that helps you make your decision about which one is right for you. All right, so to start off, we're going to start out with one of kind of probably the more common hosts that a lot of people are going to be using these on, just a 16-inch 5.56. I'm going to do just two shots real quick, give you kind of an idea on how they sound, and then we'll switch over to the full size and do the same. You need to clean these. All right, so two shots. Okay, and then we'll switch over to the full size. Alrighty, 16-inch with the full size 30. Way more pleasant to shoot. The K sounded pretty good. This one definitely is quieter, but I do notice a bit more gas. My thought is, if you're looking for a 16-inch 5.56, I would go with the K, because it's going to both be a little bit shorter and it still sounds good, but has a bit less back pressure. Now we're going to go to a 10.5-inch 5.56 and do the same thing, compare them side by side. Alrighty, we got a 10.5-inch 5.56. Don't worry, it's the legal SBR lower. We're going to do the same thing, two shots with the K, and then we'll go to the full size. Notice I am wearing ear protection. On the 16-inch, both cans are somewhat okay to shoot without ear pro, especially the full size. On a gun this short though, you probably want hearing protection. So two shots. Okay, well, and we'll switch over to the full size. Alrighty, then we've got the full size on the 10.5-inch 5.56. Definitely a lot more pleasant to shoot. I've noticed, especially on a pistol length gas system, the full size is a little bit gassy. You do want to have either an adjustable gas block or a heavier recoil spring and buffer, but overall not bad. So I would say if you're going for a 10.5-inch 5.56, I would recommend either one. And the reason I say that is because it kind of depends on what you're going for. They both do their job. If you're just trying to be as quiet as possible, obviously the full size version is going to be your best bet. If you're going for a compact build, you will be 2 inches shorter with the K can. So that's something to keep in mind there. I run both. I think they both sound pretty dang good. Kind of up to you on that one. We're going to switch over now to a 300 blackout, because I think this is kind of where the difference between the full size and the K cans become more apparent. So let me go grab it and we'll be right back. Okay, we're going to start now with a little bolt action 300 blackout. This has a 7.5-inch barrel. We're going to be shooting some subsonic ammunition. We're going to start off with the K can. And the reason why is because I want you to get kind of an idea of how they sound with the shorter version first. And we'll talk about it here in a minute. So same thing, two shots, and then we'll switch over to the full size and do two shots there. Okay, and then we'll switch over to the full size. Alrighty, now for the full size on a 7.5-inch 300 blackout pistol shooting subs. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but that is noticeably quieter. And if you watch, also has a little bit less flash out the end of the can. So my thoughts pertaining to 300 blackout are go with the full size. The K still sounds decent, so if you're going to shoot only supersonic stuff, maybe some subs, the K will do you just fine. but I think it's worth noting the full size is a very significant amount quieter. So hopefully that kind of answers your questions. We'll kind of, let me go grab some stuff and we'll kind of do a real quick summary. So go ahead and stop it. Kind of just a quick summary now that we've done a little bit of shooting, sort of side by side. Long story short, if you want maximum quietness, go the full size. Both sound great. I think Northreach Manufacturing did a really good job with their K-Can also. These suppressors are completely identical, other than that this one has additional baffles. Same internal geometry and everything, just literally longer. If you're kind of prioritizing size, the K is a great option. You will sacrifice a little bit of volume, you know, both inside the suppressor and sound-wise too. But it is also lighter. I believe this one comes in 15 ounces. This one comes in right at 20. So that's kind of one thing to keep in mind. If you're going for a dedicated subsonic, you know, want to be quiet, or you're running it on a bolt gun, don't really care too much about the extra few ounces of weight, the full-size suppressor honestly is the way to go. It sounds really great. I've shot on everything from 300 Blackout, 5.56, 223, 243, 6 Creed, 6.5, 308, 30-06, and the list goes on. Sounds great on all of those. So kind of just depends a little bit on what you're wanting to do with your setup. If you're going for a hunting rig, K-Can's a great option, you know, saves you a little bit of weight, still sounds great, protects your ears. Going for maximum quietness, full size. So hopefully that kind of answers all of your questions. Feel free to ask any more questions in the comments. Check out Northreach Manufacturing's website too. They have more detailed specs on the two suppressors there. So yeah, hopefully that answers your questions. Go ahead and shut the camera off.